Hi everybody. Today we're going to do some myofascial release with the roller. It doesn't have to be a big roller, or if you don't have a roller you can actually use a tennis ball and try to go with that. It might be a little different, but you can try that instead. We're just gonna breathe a little bit before we start the session so we can get into the mood for what we are about to do. I'm using a little bit of aromatherapy oil just to enhance my breathing, enhance my emotions, my relaxation. I want to be able to feel my breath in my body. Nice and deep breaths here, starting in the lower part of the belly and expanding this breath up. As you exhale, relax the shoulders, but try to stay nice and tall. Relax the facial muscles. And exhale. If you narrow the back of the throat and make the ujjayi sound, you will be getting warmer as you go along, especially now it's winter. You might want to keep that pump through the throat. It also makes you vibrate in the chest so you can feel more connected internally. The first thing I'm going to start is my hips, so I'm just going to sit onto the side from the hip here. So we're just going to go on one leg and try to go up and down, rotating, rolling up and rolling down. So you can use blocks to hold on to, which will make it easier for your wrists. Also, it makes it easier because you're not reaching too far down to the floor. So I'm gonna start knee bend first, and I'm going on the IT bend and then my glute at the same time. So I can go a little bit of rotation now, going down with my knee and up, and down with my knee and up. Just little rotations there. Opening the hips. We're gonna start with the hips and the legs, and if I have any time left, we'll do some of the spine also. But I wanna get thorough here, so we're just gonna go one side, other side, so we don't run out of time. So doing this side, and then now rotate opposite direction. You always find different muscles. So if you're changing these strokes from one side to the other side, you'll get to feel different set of muscles, which is good. Here we go. Now I'm gonna stay on the same side, and then this time I'm just gonna go, legs are straighter. So you don't have to go as much as me, but you can try to go a little bit further up and further down. Here we go. Breathe. And breathe out. And breathe out. I use my shoulder here to stabilize me and using the sides of my body to get my obliques active. It becomes easier to roll. Then I'm gonna turn onto the front of the leg here. So you can have your toes on the floor to turn to the front on the corner on the quarter side. Or you can go more by keeping the toes up. That means you can go further down. But I'm just outside of the quads here, outer quads. Vastus lateralis we call it, precisely. Now I'm just gonna go both legs, just relax onto the front of the thighs and start here. So you can go from the kneecaps into the upper quads. We want to feel both legs evenly first. And I'm using my elbows to drag me along. Now if I put my front leg over the other one, so I end up in the same hip as where I started, and I'm going only one leg, which is really quite hard. So if it's too much, bring the legs together again. Or you can do a couple with single leg. When it gets tough, you make them double again. Okay, so still keeping that the leg we started on in focus. One more try. And then we can relax back to the side again. This time I'm just going to sit a little bit more onto that hip. And just find this tailbone and tuck it underneath. And try to go on the pelvic tilts. Tuck it under. And under again. And under again. Couple more times here, just hitting the pelvis. And then I'm gonna turn the legs other way. So starting other side, so I wanna spend equal amounts of time on each side, so you're not going to feel imbalanced. So we start with the leg down and just you're going up and down on that hip. You can use your blocks. Slide the tension out. Then I'm gonna go circle. Go down and around. I'm gonna find a little bit more support there with this hip. And then the other way around. Keep breathing through it, don't force. Then we're gonna go to the IT bend. Again, you can start with the bent knee and just go a little less. You will still feel the stretch. It won't be just too relaxing here. You're going up, you're going back. And you can go straight all the way up and all the way back. And all the way up. And all the way back. Now we can just slightly go into the corner. You can have the knee down here, it's fine, or your foot down. Trying to go into the outside of the IT bend and slightly to the quadriceps. With the knee down first. Keep breathing deep. Breathing out deep. There we go. Now we can go onto one leg. So I'm just resting one leg on top of the other one. Going on to that quadricep. Lateral vastus lateralis to be precise. And then we can go on the front of the leg. Keep breathing deep. Breathing out deep. There we go. When it gets too much, go both legs together. So you can get a little release here. We haven't finished with it yet. Keep the breath deep. And then go back again with one leg on top. It's gonna feel a lot harder. You don't have to do this one. But think about releasing all the tension. If you leave your toes on the floor, it's a little bit easier. And when it gets too much, you get the legs together again. breathe. If you want a little bit of core work, you can really grab those abs a little bit more. And just work the shoulder blades. Go a little bit further up and further back. Let go of the tension. Breathe deep. Couple more times. And then we can relax. You might want to take some water because it does get a little toxins out there. You can flush the system nicely. Now, we're gonna go the opposite leg. So I'm gonna take this leg first and I'm gonna go inside of the leg. So this area is quite tough to work, so it's gonna be a bit awkward. But I'm starting with this knee bend like that. You can try it here like this. You might wanna be on the cushion the knee, cushion the arms, set the blocks, whichever what you need to get the feel of the inner leg. It's a very tender spot, so you can't really lean on it too much. So you're gonna start with little ones. And then see whether you can go on the inner leg a little bit more by just pushing inside. Do you see? So I'm trying to go on the pigeon pose and push my leg in. So I'm getting very bottom of my inner leg doing that. Then when I want to go to the top, I have to come like this, like I'm straddling the horse. There you go. Get some help with that arm, pushing it in and out. That takes pressure on this side. Keep breathing, don't stop. And if you find an area where you want to stay longer, please be my guest and stay there. I'm trying to get in general all the way up and down. We got 20 more seconds here. Here we go. Here we go. And one more. Then we can take the legs the other side. Then you can just start going inside here, wherever you can go, how you start. You have to find a special way to get into it depending on your hip flexibility on the other side. Use cushions under your knees. Use blocks under your hands. I'm trying to pressure more, so if you push onto the roller, you can roll easier. It helps you going up and down. You might not need as much pressure as me, so you have to monitor your own resistance here. Try to go as high as possible and as low as possible. So I'm now really on the lower part of this insertion there. Adductor magnus, adductor longus, gracilis muscles there, really getting tight. So we're trying to relax. Smaller roller is a bit easier, but make sure it's not too hard. It shouldn't have teeth on it. You can wrap a towel around the roller to make it easier for yourselves. Keep breathing. Almost there. Here we are. So that was inner legs. So now I'm gonna get to the hamstrings. These ones are hard because you have to lift your own body weight to get to it. So we are going to go insertion of the hamstrings like this, and just use your arms to go in and out. So it feels easy if you got the blocks there, because they are much harder to feel in this position. You can open the legs and then you close the legs. Open the legs out and bring them back in and out, so that you feel bigger surface, bigger pressure. This one is quite pleasant, it's not so bad. And it's just gonna keep bringing that roller back time to time, because it's going to keep moving away from you. We want to keep the insertion point just below the glutes. So you can iron out your hamstrings, which is love. Turn your toes in, you're going to go more internal. If you turn the toes out, you'll go more external. We're almost there. Keep going. Relax a little bit, just stay here leaning forwards, and see whether you're feeling a little bit rest in the arms. Next one is the calves. We're gonna go, if you sit down and lean forwards, you can just roll them up and down. You don't have to use your arms. And what I like is moving my toes in, toes out as I go up and down. That kind of goes horizontal lines of the muscles, and you can go higher on the calves. And then over on the calves. And then toes to one direction, toes to other direction, toes to one direction, and toes to other direction. And toes to one direction. Up and down. And then you can sit up and just go kneading the calves here. Turn the toes out. This is good for your core also. Turn the toes in. Just relax time to time. Let the tension away, because it does feel a lot sometimes. Now we're going to go on the lower leg and the shin there, inside of the shin. There's little muscles there. We want to just not put so much pressure onto them. So this one is easy to feel. Keep breathing. Don't stop the breath. Sigh the tension out. You can go outside of the other leg. Again, we're not going to put so much pressure on this one. You can lift the hip up if you want. And that becomes harder to lift, but you can feel more pressure. If you get both feet together to do, this will be super hard, but it's a deeper stretch. Maybe a couple of those is enough. If you get the legs on top of each other, you're gonna get that extra stretch anyways. Keep breathing. Almost done. You get sore after a while. And relax. Now I'm going to go on the other leg, inside leg first. So I'm going in and out here. side of the shin bone. We will overlook our shins because we don't really train them much. They get really tight and weak. So we need to look after them time to time. You can turn the toes out, toes down, toes up. Keep breathing. Relax. Now that we got bottom leg, you can go up and down first. As I said, you can just lift like that. Or put them on top of each other and try to lift into this one, which is really, really hard. But it starts me up. Then I don't have to lean on it anymore. I can go up and down here. Just going to stretch. The more pressure you put in, the more release you're going to feel after, but you don't want to be bruising. All of this is good for your bones, the pressure, and it's good for your skin, but you don't want to be bruising the skin. So just be careful. As I said, wrapping a towel around the rollers can help you. My roller is quite hard, but you might have a softer one, so it's up to you. You gotta monitor and see what happens. And deepen the breath. Good. Just like that, we're over. Now, this one is the best one to just decompress, so you can get your bum up in the air and just try to get the hips on top. I'm going to keep my knees bent and then we can go side to side. Go slow. Breathe. And know that you're breathing and you're in charge. And you can feel the stretch. Now you can change the position. You just go a little bit lower on the sacrum and then you end up in a different part. Rotating the legs together, one direction, other direction. Now go a little bit lower again and repeat. You ended up in a different part of the glutes. Now we're going to go in the middle and just do circles clockwise first. Start small, go bigger, and then bigger. Then rewind from the biggest to smallest, anti-clockwise. Then I'm going to change position again. This time I'm twisting with separation of the legs into stack. So top leg comes in the front, bottom leg goes back. And I come to center, I go the other side. You don't have to go as far as me, you're trying your best. One leg over. You can keep the bottom leg down on the floor, that's easier. Do you see? And then top leg can roll over easier. Breathe. Separate. Find different surface in the glutes. You're getting a deep gluteal stretch here in the gluteus maximus. You're gonna feel also piriformis as you go onto the side into it. Gluteus medius and minimus. There you go. we can just find a little bit higher on the pelvis again. This one is for decompression. We are coming to the end of our session. Just lift the legs somewhere where they feel like they can stay there. And if you get enough support, you're gonna feel that your legs actually don't need much here to stay straight. Feel the feet relax. Your shoulders relax. Your arms relax. And just rest. You're getting decompression through the back. If you want, you can open the knees a little bit more and just stretch in the legs. But you don't have to go far. Still in a decompression mode. Sign tension out. You can lift your pelvis up. Hold on to the rollers at this stage so you can get decompression without falling off the roller. Only go as far as you're comfortable to go. I feel my shoulders flatten down. My upper back is pressuring on the ground, so I can feel the upper spine separate. My neck is not under pressure. My chest bone is away from my chin. Breathe. And then we can just bring the feet down to extend the legs out, just to relax and finish here. You don't have to be this high. If it's hurting you, bend your knees. It's easy. Otherwise, just stay where you want to and relax. Just rest. Release the tension. If it gets too much, you can slide the rollers under your knees. In fact, I'm going to do that now. So I can feel more relaxed, more resting. Run through what we've been through now. What have we done on the half hour that's been gone? Noticing your lower body totally relaxing. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you're letting go all the toxins. Visualize million little fingers massaging each and every muscle in their lower part. Pelvic muscles, your legs, your thighs, your shins, calves, hamstrings, quadriceps. They're all feeling relaxed. Give into your relaxation. Let go. Notice the breath. Notice how your mood changes when the body is feeling good. Just think about which side you like to turn. Shuffle your hips the opposite direction and come to the C curve. Side the tension out. Couple more breaths here. Then kick the roller out. Lift yourself up slowly. Come to sit up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands to your face, to your chin. your chest. And when you're ready, you can switch off. I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you next time. Take care now.